Hello everyone, Adrian here. Today we are going to talk about beans, specifically the different vegetarian baked beans products that I was able to find around here. I went to actually several different stores to pick up these different options. Um, Bush's is the most common brand around here. And they have a vegetarian bean product, and their organic beans, they are also vegetarian. Heinz beans, baked beans and tomato sauce, that is the classic British style baked beans. I have Amy's here. That is an organic brand. And then I went over to Dollar General and I picked up their store brand, which is called Clover Valley. And that is brown sugar baked beans. So those are the ones that I'm going to talk about today, and we're going to give them a try. Let's talk about prices. So let's go from the most expensive to the least expensive. And first one, the most expensive one is the Amy's. And at my local store, this was $2.79 for a 15-ounce can. So that comes out to 18.6 cents per ounce. Now this is an organic product, so that is definitely part of it. So the next most expensive one is going to be the Bush's organic. That came to $2.19 for a 16-ounce can. So that was 13.7 cents per ounce. The next one, again, this is my local prices, what I was able to get them for, the best prices, would be the Heinz. And that was $1.79 for, it's a 415 gram can, which comes out to about 14.6 ounces. So that is 12.3 cents per ounce. And the standard Bush's vegetarian beans, that was $1.69 for a 16-ounce can, so that comes out to 10.6 cents per ounce. But the winner for value is definitely the Clover Valley. Now this is a larger can. This was the only size that they had it in. So, you can say that there's some, volume discount, but it's still a pretty dramatic difference. So this is a 28-ounce can. So this is significantly larger than the others, but it was only $1.40. So that comes out to 5 cents per ounce. So the frugal winner is definitely the Dollar General brand. Well, in the process of warming up the beans to taste them, I managed to throw some of the sauce all over myself. So I got a little quick change of costume here for the rest of the video. So I'm going to give these 5 a taste. I've got them all warmed up and lined up. I've already got a surprise. But we'll get to that. So the first one that I have is the Bush's vegetarian baked beans. This is the most common product around here. This is the one that I've purchased the most frequently in the past. Give this a shot. Mm-hmm. This is, what I think of as a classic baked beans flavor. It's a tomato-based sauce, but it has a bunch of other spices and sweetening in there. So there's both sweet and salty. There's, I think, onion powder and some sugar, molasses, um, some, I think, mustard powder, and some other things in there. So this is, to me, this is a classic taste and one that I'm familiar with. Now, I was absolutely expecting these two Bush's products to be very similar. One being the organic version and one just being the standard vegetarian version of the beans. Um, when I opened the can, it was obvious that they were not. The organic is like a much darker, much more of a brown color, very sort of an intense caramel, um, maybe a higher content of molasses or something else that's got a dark color in it. So right off the bat, it's obvious this is a bit different. So here we go. Mm. Yeah, and the flavor is different as well. It's got something more smoky in there. I like this a lot, actually. And I have not had this. I've not had the Bush's organic in the past. I guess my assumption that it was going to be similar to the um, Bush's vegetarian beans did not play out. It's not true. It's actually got a pretty distinctive flavor and one that I actually like quite a bit. Um, so the next one is the Heinz. So as I said, this is a British style baked beans, and from what I understand, it is a different product. It doesn't have as much sweetening in it. I think it's probably got less salt in it. It's a tomato-based sauce, but it's much lighter in color, both the beans and the sauce itself, which is a red color, but it's there definitely seems to be less things added into it. So yeah, a lot less flavoring in it, to be perfectly honest. Um, it's obviously it's just meant to be a different product, really. Um, it tastes bland to me after, particularly after the last one, which had a lot of other flavorings in it. Um, but I understand this is if I had grown up in the UK, this is probably what I would be expecting. This is, I think, the classic beans on toast. And of course, the British are not known for having especially strongly flavored food. Um, I like it, but it's just it doesn't have kind of the zing of some of the other ones. So now this is the Amy's. This is the fourth one. Um, this is also an organic product. Let's see. This is also it's a lighter color, not quite as light as the Heinz, but lighter than any of the rest of it. Less brown, more of a red shade. But it definitely has a lot more flavoring than the Heinz. Closer to what we would expect of an American style baked beans. It's good. It's good. I think there's maybe a little bit more of a vinegary edge to it. Not so that it's a problem, but it's just definitely a different edge to the taste. I like that one as well. And the final one, which was our budget winner, is Clover Valley. Now this one is labeled as a brown sugar flavor of baked beans. It's definitely a darker brown color. Not quite as dark as the Bush's Organic, but definitely more in the brown rather than red family. Now that's significantly sweeter than any of the other ones. Yeah, definitely emphasis on the sweet rather than the salty or smoky. And I'm sure there's tomato in the sauce, but that's not coming forward in the way that, say, the Heinz was, where the tomato was what was coming forward. That's good too. Although, my taste probably, I would want it a little saltier. So I might season it up a little bit with something else. But that is tasty as well. I really liked all of these. But I'm going to say my favorite, just because it has the most intense flavor, sort of a saltier, smokier flavor, is the Bush's Organic, which surprises me. but honestly, I think it's the one I like the best. But they're all good. They're all kind of in the same family, but they're distinctive. They've got different notes. And I think probably if you're used to, for example, the Heinz, which is a pretty basic, straightforward product, you'd probably be a little bit surprised at the way that like that Bush's Organic tastes, or the Clover Valley. But yeah, I like them all. But hey, I like baked beans. So, and they are very cost-effective, very popular way of eating. Definitely something to keep around in cans. It keeps for a long time. And I guess part of my point here too is that there are options that are not meat based. That these are all, some of them are labeled vegetarian, but as you look at the ingredient list, they are all vegetarian or vegan. Now, there is an off chance that some of these, natural flavors might include an animal product, but I guess I'm diving in and going to say that they don't, because the ones that are specifically labeled as vegetarian also say natural flavors. So, and actually the Amy's is the one is extremely explicit about every little ingredient. Like it lists out all of the spices and everything that's in there, which the others don't so much. But yeah, that's one benefit with the Amy's, that precisely what you're getting. But it is more expensive. So, and of course the Clover Valley is by far the least expensive. So there's a range, but none of them are particularly pricey. All of them are still pretty cost effective as a way to eat. So anyway, if you liked this video, then please hit the thumbs up. If you think someone else would like this video, then please share. Also, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.